Ichthyosaurus are a great first water tame for anyone wanting to explore ARK's seasoned oceans, as they're fast, agile, cheap to saddle and easy to start taming. The problem is, Ichthyosaurus will happily lead you on a merry chase into deep and dangerous waters after their first feed. That's why I decided to design an Ichthyosaurus trap that's cheap to build, easy to use and works at any depth underwater. And in this video, I'm going to show you what I came up with. Let's get cracking. Alright Tinkers, I'm Toastbloke and I'm back in ARK Survival Ascended to share with you my Ichthyosaurus trap. You might notice I'm underwater because why would I build this on the land? These things are sea creatures and they're super useful, especially early game. But here is the trap. It is really simple. It uses 6 wooden structures and the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed about is I've had to use a door to get this to work. I do like to try and make automatic traps, but when I wanted to get deep down underwater, I couldn't quite pull it off unless I had a door. So we'll be breaking this video down into 3 sections as usual. In the first one, I'm going to show you how to build the trap. In the next one, I'll be showing you how to use the trap. And finally, I'll be showing you how to modify the trap so that you can get a few of these caught at once, or even simplify the trap if you're willing to take a risk. But before we do all of that, let's show you the trap in action. I'm just going to swim out and find myself an Ichthyosaurus. Hello, you coming? Lovely, great. Right, I found myself an Ichthyosaurus here, and you'll notice I've popped my flippers on to make this easy. Gives me a bit more speed. And all I'm going to do is, while it's aggroed on me, I'm going to swim through the trap, like so. And I can keep going as far as I want. Just make sure that thing's nose is sticking through the doorway there, and then close the secret door. And believe it or not, that thing is trapped no matter how deep you put the trap. You can do this really low down underwater and the Ichthyosaurus still can't get out. So this is super handy. It just pins it, keeps it stuck in place while you make your feeds, and they're super quick and easy to build, so you can put multiple of these up and catch as many as you like for really cheap. But without any further ado, let's get on to building the trap. This is going to sound a little bit weird, but I want to show you how to build the trap on land before I do it underwater, because I feel like the visibility is a lot better and you're going to be able to see what I'm doing way more clearly. Now for this trap, you only need 6 structures, like I said, and those are going to be 3 wood fence foundations and 3 wood walls. If you've got that, you can trap an Ichthyosaurus. Now I'm going to start by getting out the wood fence foundation, and I'm going to change that into a wood fence support, and I'm just going to place that in front of us like so. From there, I'm going to turn to my left and I'm going to snap another fence support to the one I've just placed on a right angle and coming towards me. So you're looking for that 90-degree angle, and then you're going to pop it down. On the other side, we are going to look for the 45-degree angle. So I'm going to get the 90 first, and then I'm just going to step it out one and place that. And that is the supports in place for the trap. Once you've done this, you're going to take out the wooden wall. On the left, on the 90-degree angle, you are going to put a normal wall. Then you're going to change that into a double door frame and put that at the one at the front. And then you're going to change that into a secret door and place that one to the side on the 45-degree angle. And that is the trap. It is easy to build, which means you're not going to struggle even when you do this underwater. But like I say, we need to go and build it underwater to show you everything coming together correctly. Obviously, it's a little bit different on land. I should get my flippers back on, shouldn't I, so I can move a little bit more rapidly here. And I'm going to go deeper. Let's go deeper. This is a nice patch here, a nice bit of flat land, so I think I'll do everything else down here. And I'm going to repeat that process. I'm going to get somewhere where you can see it. I'm going to take out the fence support. I'm going to place that. Snap one 90. Snap one on the other side of 45. I'm going to get out my wall to the left, double doorway in front, and secret door to my right. And that is the trap done. You can see how quickly it goes down. All I've got to do now is go and find another Ichthyosaurus to kite so I can show you how this fully works. Come on, I'm here. There we go. And we're off again. Just going to swim up to the trap. You go through the widest part between the 2 walls and in through the doorway. And you don't have to slow down. You can just keep swimming. This will get stuck on the doorway. It won't come over the top of it. Head back, close the secret door, and the Ichthyosaurus is trapped. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's all it takes. Now then, because we got this trapped, I'm going to get this tamed up, which means I'm going to need some food that it likes. I think I'm just going to use some raw prime meat. So I'll grab some of that and we'll get this tamed. Right, I need to get this on the last slot of my hotbar. Just going to pop that there. Then I'm going to approach the ichthy and push E to feed it its first feed. Now, usually these guys would go shooting off. They'd go flying off right out into sea, and often beside megalodons, jellyfish, eels, even, you know, sometimes worse. And you really don't want to be dealing with that when you are in the middle of a tame, especially early game. The nice thing about this trap is as well, if you are just starting out and you don't have flippers or scuba, you can stay near the surface while you do the tame, get some air, get some stamina on the shore, and then head back down and take care of things. So it's really handy, just makes life a little bit easier. That's all these traps are ever meant to do, just make things a little simpler. So I'm gonna have to wait around here until this wants to eat again. These passive tames are a little bit annoying in the fact that you have to wait the longest amount of time between the first and second feed, but I think that is just so the game is making sure that you are actually committing to taming the creature you've put the food in. So I'll wait with this, I'll get it tamed up, and then we'll continue. So these feeds are coming in thick and fast now, and I think we should be on the last one. It's taking me a little while. There we go. And we've got it tamed up. So that is the Ichthyosaurus tamed up, and you'll notice it is well and truly stuck in the trap. If I try and go up, it cannot come up, it cannot get out. The way that it's jammed in there is locking it in position. It cannot move on the vertical plane, which is lovely. So to get this out, what you're going to do is just open the secret door again, and it will either follow you out or you can saddle it up and lead it out. But it is super simple, and what that does is it also resets the trap, ready for you to use it again. But there you go, you've got your Ichthyosaurus, and you can get about underwater super fast with all the agility you could ever need, and that is a win in my eyes. So yeah, that is how the trap works, that is how you use it, and I guess we're going to move on to showing you some modifications you can make. The first modification that I want to show you is going to allow you to expand the trap to catch 2 Ichthyosaurus at once, and it is super simple. You're basically going to be mirroring this trap on the other side of the normal wall. So we're going to get out our fence foundation, we're going to switch it into a fence support, and we're going to run that parallel with the one that is already in place, the one we started with last time. And instead of doing a 90-degree angle on the left, we're going to step it out one for that 45-degree angle. And because we're mirroring this, if we get out the wall, we're going to switch it to a double door frame, and then we are going to place a secret door on the angle on the other side. Now then, what happens here is I will swim through the trap, doesn't matter which side, and they will follow me in. That's the Ichthyosaurus, and one will park either side, and I can run up, close either outside door, and I've got 2. And I can either tame both or choose which one out of the 2 that I want. Now this also works, believe it or not, if you take this middle wall out, which is quite cool. But there's no point really, we may as well leave it in. So I'm going to go and get myself 2 more Ichthyosaurus, and I'll show you this in action. Alright guys, are you coming with me? Lovely. Right, follow us up here. Look, we've got another friend for you, just come this way. Easy peasy. So I'm swimming straight through the trap, wait till both of those have their noses parked or poked through, and I'm just gonna hop around like this and open those secret doors, and straight away we've got 2 Ichthyosaurus in the trap. So yeah, if you need to catch more than one and you're worried that the whole pod is going to chase you, well, this is what you do. You can catch multiple ones, and you could also technically widen this. It gets a little tricky, but you can, or just build another one beside and lead the first ones in and then the others after. So yeah, all of your Ichthyosaurus taming needs are now sorted, I guess. They're being dealt with. The last little modification I'm going to show you is going to be super simple. It's just going back to an early premise for the trap. And the earliest version of this trap, believe it or not, was just a 4-piece trap. So I'm going to quickly build that for you. Now, it's essentially taking this middle section out. So let me do that if the game will let me. Just going to pick these up here. And I'll get rid of everything else I've just put down. Basically stripping this right back to the basics. If I can get rid of all of these parts. And it doesn't work so well with this 45-degree angle. But it's essentially this. You just have those 2 parts You go through, get the ichthy's nose in there and open the door, but you do it with a right angle. It just isn't quite as effective. They can get out, and I had to add those other structures. That wall on the left acts as a block, almost like the palm of your hand. If the trap was your fingers, that wall is the palm of your hand, just to get a good grip on the ichthy's there. But I'll show you this anyway, just in case it interests you or you want to play about with it and see if you can improve it. But I'm just going to pop out and I'm going to get myself another ichthy, because those ones are swimming off, and we'll kite it in. Oi, follow me. Come here. Right, there we go, lovely. This one's knocking about here now, but we're just going to go through again. Don't have to worry about slowing down. It does get stuck on the doorway, and then we open the trap. And what should happen is that should be stuck in there. The only issue is if you leave it for a long time, it does manage to wiggle its way out. Like I say, it's got a looser grip than the trap design that I've showed you. So I'd recommend using the one that I've done and showed you throughout the rest of this little tutorial here. But you can play about, and if you haven't got a lot of materials, not that you'd struggle to make this, but you've got this option as well. And that is how we trap and tame up ourselves an Ichthyosaurus. So I'm going to call that there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this tutorial or you've learned something new, please remember to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell. I really do appreciate all the support, and it is working wonders for the channel as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It would be great to hear from you. And check out the links in the description. You can come and hang out in the Discord if you want. It would be class to have you. But until next time, you guys take care, and I'll catch you later. Cheerio.